I always have to explain that making a film is not just, writing a script, getting it financed. Oh yeah, we shoot. We all know there's sets and cameras and actors and stuff, and then having it released. There's a few steps in between that a lot of people tend to forget, and that's hard work. But I must also say I think it's getting better. The fact that we're sitting here together in the fold of the producers, or the lion's den of producers basically, and post-production is being made visible, for me is a sign that there's a change. I think what we're trying to do is to make post-production a little bit better understood and thereby a little bit more appreciated. Because as a producer, even when you go to film school, there's not a lot of curriculum that you're going to get learning about post-production, and most of the directors and the editors, they're going to sort of shut the door, go like, oh yeah, thank you for the hard drive, bye. And then, when you start producing, along the way you learn a few things, you pick them up, and if you're interested, you talk to people and you learn more. But basically, your knowledge will be a little bit fragmented, and that means you don't love it. That means you'll probably start planning way too late because you're going to ignore post-production until it's, unavoidable. Whereas what we find is that if, as a producer, you reach out to Jake when you have a script and you say, Jake, do you want to read this? Give me your opinion. Do we really need to do everything in post-production? And you're going to say, no, let's do as little as we can. At least, I don't know you, but I know a lot of visual effects supervisors who will say that. I've been one of those producers who worked for 25 years without really understanding much about post-production, actually not being very interested in post-production, to be honest. I'm not into computers. I lost my appointments here at Myanmar because my Google calendar doesn't sync. I get super annoyed by all that stuff. But I do love the incredible passion of these people that I meet who work in post-production. So the workshop that we offer, what we do is we bring the producers, they come with an international project in development or pre-production, financing, and we team them up with a post supervisor so that before the shoot, before they even close their budget and their financing, they make a plan of how are we going to shoot this. Because you can say post-production starts before the shoot, but actually post-production starts as soon as we have a story, as soon as we have a script, and we start thinking about how are we going to film this? And how are we going to be using all these amazing tools that we have nowadays as filmmakers? When you shoot, I would say, you're basically collecting the ingredients for the recipe that you're cooking in post. Basically, you start planning your post, you will know what you need to shoot on set. And if you don't do that properly, you're going to be shooting shit that's going to cost a lot of money that you're not going to be using in the end. So I think, yeah, a lot of producers, when I say, come to the workshop, yeah, but I don't even have my budget and my shooting plan. I'm like, fine, you have a script? Come on, let's sit down and plan for your post, and then we work our way back to what does that mean? What do I need? The question that we're here for is very simple answer to it. No. Post-production is not post. Post-production is about all the digital tools that we have and that we use to make our films. And we all know that the digital tools are developing every day, and it's going to be more important and not less important in the future. So as a producer, you need to wrap your head around it just a little bit, enough. You don't have to love it just like I do, but enough to have that eye-level conversation with the people that are going to be doing it for you. And like you say, I think, include all your heads of department. Let them all go and sit and have that conversation. As long as you initiate that, you're fine. You don't have to just sit back and watch it happen.